On the far northwest side of San Antonio, what's the better choice, pre-owned homes or new construction? It's something for you to consider as someone looking to buy in the far northwest side of San Antonio. I'm going to give you some information on both options. You're going to decide what's best for you. So let's talk about a pre-owned community, and we'll start with Fronterra at Westpointe. It's one of my favorites in the area. The community is about 5 to 10 years old. It's closed out at this point. It's got a great amenity center, actually 2 of them as a matter of fact, and a lot of hiking and walking trails around the community. So it's kind of like Nirvana when it comes to suburban San Antonio. The great thing is, by being a couple miles outside 1604, you kind of have that relaxed community feel. However, you're close to shopping and dining up on 1604 and not very far from some of the very popular amenities such as SeaWorld, Fiesta Texas, and the shopping and dining at La Cantera, and also the Rim. A big benefit as well is you're handy to all the major employment centers. Why do I care about that if I'm a real estate agent? And why should you care if you're a buyer? Because someday you'll have to resell your house. And the fact that you're close to USAA, Valero, UTSA, and the medical center means you'll be in demand because your home is a reasonable commute to top employment centers. What about the homes in the neighborhood immediately? I would say the housing stock is varied. We have builders like from MI Home all the way up to Sitterly. There's a lot of good quality production builders out there that have built over the years. Highland Homes, again, we mentioned Sitterly, Perry Homes, Woodside. So a lot of great choices in terms of quality housing. What's another reason I like being in Fronterra? Well, I think you get more housing dollar for the buck than you would in the current market with new homes. Why is that? It's because over the past few years, we've had a major run up in appreciation. So these homes in Fronterra were built at a price prior to the great run up of 2020, 2021, and 2022 that we really saw during the COVID real estate market. So I think there's a chance to get more house for the dollar. So those are all the advantages. What are some of the disadvantages of buying pre-owned? If you go into a neighborhood like Fronterra, again, good quality housing stock, but you are going to be closer to the time that you need to replace water heaters, HVAC systems, and even roofs eventually, because those systems really start to wear out around year 8, 10, 12. So as a homeowner, you need to start budgeting for replacements and upgrades that you won't have to do in a new community. What is the pricing index looking there? I'm seeing inventory anywhere from about 350,000 all the way up to 700,000. The midpoint's probably in the low 500,000s. Homes are selling at about 95% of what they're asking for, so it's a healthy market. There's about 5 months of inventory. That means homes are turning over at a reasonable rate. It's not hot, but it's definitely not cold. So I think the comfort to a buyer is if you go in, you can get a nice house of good quality at a good value and feel confident you'll be able to resell it when the time comes down the road. So I think it's a very good option. Hey, let's turn the page and talk for a second about new construction. I want to talk about Riverstone at Westpointe, which is a great community that's come online here the last couple of years. Now this one's being built out by DR Horton Homes, and they build a good, I would say, intermediate product in the production world. So I like it. I think they're good quality and good customer service. The big advantage right now with new construction homes is you're getting incentives on 2 areas. Number 1, your interest rates, and number 2, on your closing costs. So the builders are pretty crafty people, and they understand that interest rates are a major factor in making housing decisions right now. So they're frequently throwing promotions when you buy a new home that you can get interest rates probably around 5% to the mid-5s. That's pretty typical. Now, we always have to check that at the time you're looking to purchase because that number can move around. They update all their incentives all the time. And if you use their in-house lender, they will also quite often incent you to give you free closing costs or big promotions to pay for your closing cost. I think is a better way to say that. So for buyers looking to manage out-of-pocket monthly payments and as little out-of-pocket for their closing cost, new construction can be a great way. What do I like about Riverstone? It's got an incredible amenity center. It's kind of like a baby SeaWorld. You've got the water slides and the splash pads and all that good stuff. And it has the benefit of being close to all the major employment centers like UTSA, USAA, Medical Center, and Valero. So again, Riverstone, I think, will be well positioned in the future for resale, even if you buy today in new construction, because you're going to be a reasonable, handy commute to those major employment areas, and that's always a big factor in resale. What are some other benefits of buying new construction, say in Riverstone? You're looking at having a 1, 2, 10 warranty on your home. You'll have a 1-year bumper to bumper, a 2-year on mechanicals like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and 10-year on the major structural systems like the roof and foundation. So that does give a homeowner a lot of comfort. The newer homes also tend to be a little more energy efficient because they're upgrading the technology all the time. And so you're probably going to see slightly lower utility bills. So for all these reasons, I like this community. We are in both cases, both in Fronterra and in Riverstone, outside the city. So your tax rate's going to be lower. We can talk to your lender about what that means in terms of your savings on the actual monthly payment. These are all great things to consider. I want to walk through all the different options with you in your particular case. So make sure to like and subscribe, and we can get you the information and get out there and start touring some homes today. I think it'd be a good idea to check both. Have a good one.